Hi, my name is Ashley Duschel, and I'm going to be responding to Vasant's second affirmative speech. Nafta has actually delivered benefits to U.S. agricultural. I have evidence from the United States Trade Representative, which is actually has the stamp seal from the Office of the President and Executive Branch. Canada and Mexico accounted for 37% of the total growth of U.S. agricultural exports since 1993. Moreover, the share of the total U.S. agricultural exports destined for Canada or Mexico has grown from 22% in 1993 to 30% in 2007. NAFTA accesses is most crucial for agriculture, where Mexico has its highest MFN tariffs. Mexico is the top export destination for beef, rice, soybean meat, corn sweeteners, apples, and dry edible bean exports. It is the second export market for the U.S. corn, soybeans, and oil, the third largest for pork, poultry, eggs, and cotton. My opponents brought up that NAFTA actually damages the economies among the three countries. However, NAFTA has kept markets open in tough economic times. The North American Free Trade Agreement government website says NAFTA kept Mexican markets open to U.S. farm and food products in 1995 during the worst economic crisis in Mexico's modern history. In the wake of the peso devaluation and its aftermath, U.S. agricultural exports dropped by 23% that year, but have since surged back to setting new annual records. NAFTA cushioned the downturn and helped speed the recovery because of preferential access to U.S. products. In fact, rather than raising import barriers in response to its economic problems, Mexico adhered to the NAFTA commitments and continued to reduce tariffs. The U.S. greatly benefited from trade with Mexico, and from the NAFTA government website, it says that it estimated that U.S. farm and food exports to Mexico exceeded $11.5 billion in 2007, the highest level ever under NAFTA. From 2001 to 2006, U.S. farm and food exports to Mexico climbed by $3.6 billion to $10.8 billion. U.S. exports of soybean meal, red meats, and poultry meat all set new records in 2006. My opponents brought up that NAFTA is actually damaging to America's manufacturing base, when in reality, stated by the NAFTA government website, U.S. manufacturing output rose by 58% between 1993 and 2006, as compared to 42% between 1980 and 1993. Manufacturing exports in 2007 reached an all-time high with a value of $982 billion. My opponents also brought up that Mexico has become an export platform. So in Chapter 8 of the NAFTA, it permits that under specified conditions, the parties to impose a temporary emergency safeguard measure that is an increase in the tariff to the prevailing MFN level in the event imports cause or threat to cause serious injury to domestic producers. So if NAFTA becomes a problem within the domestic three countries, they can have a temporary emergency safeguard measure, which will allow them to recover from whatever damage has been done. And NAFTA actually calls for protection over import sensitive products. And from the NAFTA government website, it says, under the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, which is in the U.S.-Canada Free Trade Agreement, countries may take emergency action if increased imports cause injury to domestic producers. This concept was carried over into the NAFTA. And then to keep Mexico from becoming an export platform for other countries, NAFTA has rules of origin for agricultural products were constructed to prevent Mexico from becoming an export platform for processed products made from subsidized raw materials originating in non-NAFTA countries. There are also strong rules of origin for U.S. import-sensitive commodities such as citrus and dairy items. My opponent Basant brought up statistical numbers used to confirm the loss of jobs, but he said that his reference was found from about.com. We didn't hear about a certain person that responded to that, and as I've stated previously, NAFTA implicates rules keeping Mexico from becoming an export platform from other countries. It helps protect import-sensitive products, and it protects their domestic producers. Thank you.